One of my Christian friends that called me Antichrist, which I accepted in true sense of it. Yes, I accepted that I'm an Antichrist. Sure. But that's not why I'm here. That my friend that called me Antichrist, guess what? His Christian slave masters named him David. What did I say? They named him David. And you know what? Let's look at the significance of a name. Name, according to people who know these things more than us, and when you think critically, you know that that is pure truth. Name stands for three things. Number one, your cultural identity. Immediately I mention that my name is Ozo Emenam, you know my cultural identity as an Igbo man. Yes. You know I am an Igbo man. That's number one. Two, your name stands or signifies your energy. Your energy, that's your spirituality. And this spirituality, goes further to talk about your power and authority, your spiritual connection. Your name is connected to you spiritually. Your name. Then the third one is your root, your cultural anchorage, your cultural root. These are the three things that signifies a name. It could be further than that. It could be more than that. But let's go with this. Now let's look at the name David. According to the narratives of the scriptures, David, who was the king of Israel at the time, in his majestic moves, in one of its nocturnal moves, impregnated Uriah's wife and wanted to conceal it by calling home Uriah, who was in the forefront fighting for Israeli people. In other words, let me quickly say that the name stands for those ancestors that are always invading other peoples, taking their land and doing all manner of things. So, according to the narrative, Uriah was brought home, and then the king ordered him to go home and rest a while before proceeding to war. Uriah, who is like knew what was the trap for, didn't budge. All the entreaties that David did to have him convinced to go home and probably sleep with the wife, didn't work. Then he used command, control, and influence. He wrote a letter with a seal, the seal of a king, to deliver to the commander, Uriah's commander. And then the content of the letter was later made public. And what was the content? That Uriah be put in the toughest war front so that Uriah will die. And when the message got to the king that Uriah has finally passed on, now David is free to marry Bathsheba, and David took Bathsheba. And it was revealed that through this lineage, Solomon came, Jesus came. You can be the judge for yourself. Check what happened between Boaz and that woman that slept near Boaz. you know, which all these things are the lineage of the Yeshua you are talking about today. Now, coming back to what I'm saying about the cultural identity that name represents, about the spiritual connection of a name, about the root. Check these three things vis-a-vis David and my friend who goes about with this name and who is very happy that after all, David was called a man after God's heart, the God that is a killer, because David represents killers. That is why God of the Bible so much loved David, because David can kill a lot of people to possess their land. And that is what is actually panning out today. Some people, the foreign masters, foreign Christianity came here to invade our land, took our land, build on our land for free. But they will quote the story of Naboth. You know, they have this proclivity to always anchor this, these scriptures with their own narratives. So come to think of it, who is culturally rooted in the real sense of it? Me, whose name is Ozue Menam, deciding to go with that name my father baptized me with. Who is culturally right and morally right and spiritually right? Talking about the spiritual power of a name, I am Ozue Menam, an Igbo name. Anytime you hear it, you already know my cultural identity. You know me as an Igbo man, as an African man. This is African man. Someone who bears David and eventually travels to China, and the Chinese, they will not tell you, but they will laugh at this one. This one is one of the mumu that the Western world deceived to bear their names. You know, a white, a black man, or a dark man bearing English name. Is that not funny? Is that not ridiculous? Do you actually know what you are doing to yourself? In other words, you have decided to cut off from your identity, from your roots, and from your spirituality. You know, that's what we do. And whenever you are offering this, your prayer aja, you are offering that name, and the name is benefiting your slave masters, because whenever you are in that your seat or standing up or throwing yourself down to offer this prayer sacrifice, what are you doing? You are also offering yourself, and you are offering it to David people, and they are benefiting this energy, the energy you offer it with. And guess what? The energy of an Igbo man transformed to benefit the white man, the Jewish man, which some of us wrongly claim that we came from the Jew. The Igbo man came from the Jew. We said no. Through research findings, we have discovered that we are Ndibo, we are the ancient people, because life, first of all, started in Africa before it started, spreading. You know what happened is that, the last born is sometimes always very intelligent and very crafty. Not intelligent, but very crafty and smart. Sometimes it's like that. And that is exactly what happened, because I know some of you will come and tell me, these people brought you this, brought you that. We have talked and said a lot of things. Those things they brought to us to deceive us, to take away what we have. So I said that Africans, we are the only one that can free ourselves from this mental slavery. No atomic bomb that can stop this time. Thank you very much.